Yes, bitch, that was me, Oprah.
What if the world can change me?
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Ilana of Barbados. I'm channeling Oprah today. Speaking of Oprah, let's jump right in. So my issues with the docuseries that she made, The Me You Can't See.
All over the world.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't deal with like her glasses and fake eyelashes.
What?
So of course there are lots of shots of Princess Di and milking her death.
The same people that chased her into the tunnel photographed her dying on the back seat of that car. I don't want to think about her because if I think about her, then it's going to bring up the fact that I can't bring her back. And it's just going to make me sad. What's the point in thinking about something sad? What's the point in thinking about someone that you've lost and you're never going to get back again? And I just decided not to talk about it.
I understand that people have mental health issues from loved ones who have died. My brother died at a young age. So I do understand that. And I'm not even going to like the other people that were in this docuseries. I'm going to deal with just Prince Harry. He said the best time of his life was in the army. That's very interesting.
The happiest times of my life was the 10 years in the army, without question. Because I got to wear the same uniform as everybody else. I had to do all the same training as everybody else. I started from the bottom like everybody else. There was no special treatment because of who I was. That was where I felt my most normal. And actually, you know, within my younger years, the most comfortable I felt was out in Afghanistan, away from the media.
I don't like how he aligns that with being broken because, you know, there are a lot of veterans and people who have served that are passionate about their job.
I was so angry with what happened to her and the fact that there was no justice at all. Nothing came from that. Every time I put a suit and tie on and having to, you know, do the role and, you know, sort of like go, right, let's don't face, look in the mirror, right, let's go. Before I even left the house, I was pouring with sweat, my heart rate I was in the fight or flight mode. Panic attacks, severe anxiety. And so 28 to probably 32 was a nightmare time in my life.
Stage fright is really a thing.
Freaking out every single time I jumped in the car and every single time that I see a camera. Well, first,
What did it feel like?
I would just start sweating. I would feel as though my body temperature was 2 or 3 degrees warmer than everybody else in the room.
A lot of people go through this, and maybe that's good that he's talking about it. And maybe that's good that Oprah has been talking about it for, what did she say, 6 decades? That she's lived on this earth, she's been talking about her trauma. Maybe that's good, but at the same time, don't milk it for financial gain, because at the end of the day, we know that Oprah and Harry, who is the co-host of this docuseries, they have a quota to fill. Like, they have to produce something in order to get the Netflix deal money, get the Spotify money, get the Apple TV money. They have to. So that's why she keeps using him. And she's using relatable people as well, shamelessly, to bring us back in and say, okay, well, Harry is this way too. But I'm afraid that he's not relatable to me. Like, he's not.
I would convince myself that my face was bright red and therefore everybody could see how I was feeling, but no one would know why. So it was embarrassing. You get in your head about it and then you're just like, everybody's looking at me. One bead of sweat feels like the whole face is pouring down. Just sweating. And then it's all in my head going, this is so embarrassing. What are they thinking of me? They have no idea. I can't tell them.
I want to talk about a good point that Oprah made about her past, where outside people made her feel good about herself. This is the whole preface of YouTube. So a lot of YouTubers were not themselves with their friend group or didn't have any friends, and they found YouTube to be a space where they could actually interact with people and thrive. And so this has been going on. I mean, even Lily Pons, she did her own docuseries on having OCD and also Tourette's, and her therapy that she had been having since she was 10 years old. She was actually the number one views on Vine. Honestly, people have been doing the Lord's work on YouTube for a very long time talking about mental health. And I think that Oprah is honestly just looking for fresh blood. She's looking for content, because I know that this has been a big thing on YouTube for a long time. And there was even somebody who was noticed who did these soundtracks and stuff just to like help people deal with anxiety, and a lot of the subscribers and so on were like, you saved my life, you know, I would just look forward to your music that you put up. I don't know if it was like a compilation or if it was like original music, but it doesn't matter. The point is that it helped these people to come on YouTube and listen to this music and like calm themselves. So this is, young people have been talking about their struggles for a long time on YouTube. And I think that Oprah is like, you know what, we gotta make money. This mental health train is something that we can get on. And that's what's happened here. I appreciate that Oprah appreciates that she has had to fight to get where she is. She's a black woman in America. She had to get on TV and she got there. And she wants to keep reminding us of that. But at the same time, you have African women here, where I got my hair braided in a salon, talking about the big hedge funds they work for and paving the way in terms of offshore banking finance. This is an offshore banking capital. And these are the people there, intelligent people. So it's not only you, Oprah. People coming from Uganda and all kind of places just coming here into the big white man world and paving their way. People are doing it all over the world, Wall Street, everywhere, you know? So yeah, the world is changing. And I know that you want to reach the Generation Z, or like the people who didn't hear your story before. And that's all good. No, honestly, it's really good to share your story, whatever your story is. It can resonate with people. But at the same time, you're just trying to milk and make money. Honestly, people like even Lele Pons and these other creators on YouTube have put out videos that are not, they don't monetize the videos because they're not going to make money off of suffering. So they want to spread the word about mental health, but they don't want to make money off of it because clearly that is unethical. I don't want to use too much of their footage right now because it's quite early, but there is a quote here in People magazine from Harry where he says, "History was repeating itself. My mother was chased to death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what happened." You want to talk about history repeating itself? Well, yes, I did a video on it with Wallace Simpson and Prince Edward, who was exiled. I know you watch my videos. You know. Anyhow, if you want to talk about history repeating itself, they're not going to stop until Meghan dies. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. I'm sorry. You're rewriting the history. Dodi Al-Fayed was known before he dated Princess Di. Did anyone say that his child might be too black? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I just think, I can't take these eyelashes. Look, I can't take these eyelashes anymore, okay? Okay, done. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so that was my biggest problem with his interview here with Oprah, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, they have all this music playing. It's almost like horror music. It's like sentimental music. You can put music behind some content and get a different emotion out of your viewers. And she's doing that whenever Harry talks. She needs Harry desperately to be in favor with the public because they have a deadline and they have things they have to do to make money. But at this point, they really need to get him back in favor. So be mindful of that.
But I've got a hell of a lot of my mum in me.
So Oprah needs Harry to revamp her career, and Harry needs Harry to pay for the house and all the things they invested in moving to America because they thought they had it all covered and they had America on lock. So Harry's not very good at this. He's not very convincing. I must be honest, he's not very good at that job, but he was very good at his previous job. I know he's complaining about it. He complains about whatever he can complain about. That's his right. But he was very good at his previous job. When Harry came to my country, Barbados, to play polo, okay, I used to go to polo every weekend when it was polo season. And when Prince Harry came to play polo in 2010, and it was for the earthquake that happened in Haiti, so they were raising money for that, he was very good at raising money in polo. That's what he's good at. Like, so many people, and you can look here. Here's Uncle Cow, who is what the young people call him. Uncle Cow, he has a polo team in Barbados, and he also has ponies, polo ponies, and just owns a lot of stuff. He's a businessman. He owns a lot of stuff. There are so many people coming out just to see Prince Harry because we have so much respect for the monarchy and the Commonwealth. So to meet Prince Harry trying to do a good cause was very important. And so everybody came out for that.
Everywhere I go, every single time I meet someone, it's almost like I'm being drained of this energy.
So what's this video? Oh my God.
He's fallen off his horse during a charity polo match in Barbados. The Prince was in the Caribbean to play in the inaugural Sendabale Polo Cup. It's a tournament which will raise money for his children's charity in Lesotho. But as you can see, he got up straight away and was unhurt.
He did and he was raising money, that charity. I see a story in the Mirror here today, and he's very game for it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Got off that horse, and he said basically, I want 1,500 quid and I'll dance the calypso, which he duly did. Now that's a good sport. Well done to him for that one. All right,
Well, let's not let Meghan see this video because she will instantly put Harry into shock therapy because of the anger, darling. Did he fall off, or the horse looks like it fell? No, the horse fell. Let me just find out about this video. Hold on a minute. I didn't know this happened in Barbados. I was at the polo match, but I never saw when this happened though. Okay, so we have an explanation. Prince Harry explained that he hadn't thrown down his mallet in anger at getting thrown, but was furious that he may have lost a sizable donation. He explained the reason why I was throwing my mallet down was because I met this nice businessman at dinner last night who offered me 50 grand for the charity for Haiti, okay? If I fell off my horse today. His wife turned round and said, "That's a bit harsh. You should give him 100 grand. if he stays on." And he agreed to seal the deal on that. So when I fell off, I threw down my mallet and shouted, "What a waste of 100 grand. I was furious with myself. Fortunately, this extremely generous gentleman has already been in touch and told us that it was clear that the horse fell over. Okay, that's what I thought though. Rather than I fell off it. So he was happy to honor the 100 grand. What a star. These are the conversations that Harry is good at. Okay? He's good at being on the golf course, making bets, talking to the old boys. Honestly, that is the stratosphere that he's in, that he's born to be in. And he's good at it. And it helps us all over the world, in all of the Commonwealth, when he does these things. And even in Haiti, wherever there's a natural disaster, like they're there, that is his role. And it sounds to me from this transfer that he was enjoying that, doesn't it? Seems to enjoy because he's playing polo. Harry gets a lot of money for playing polo that he can give to charity to help the rest of the world, and that's what he's born into. And what an amazing position to be born into. I mean, also, like, that was really awesome how he fell off the horse though. Like, I loved it. Like that roll, that tuck and roll thing. That's a skill, Harry. That's a skill. Who's next? What you're doing here, you don't have this skill. You talking to Oprah and she is like, okay, I don't have on my eyelashes anymore, but you understand what I'm saying. She's like, this is not your skill. You don't sound genuine, you don't sound authentic, and we don't feel sorry for you. Unfortunately, you're not relatable in this way. But you are really good at doing what you used to do. So, I mean, like to say, like, if I was in the position where I had to talk to somebody about hundreds of G's, I mean, if I was at a dinner table, I would be like I would not have been comfortable because I can't compute, you know, like past a certain amount of money. So I could not like sit there and be like, hey, well, I'll not fall off the horse. I bet you I won't. Will you give Haiti 100 grand? I would not do that. I'd be like, I'd be stuttering more than Oprah in her last follow-up interview.
You know, literally when I...
Speaking of follow-up interviews, Oprah did a Today Show interview, funny enough, to follow up on this docuseries, The Me You Can't See. And she was like, I nailed it.
So Oprah, I think that if I stopped 15 people on the street and asked them like, who's got it all figured out, who understands life, I think your name would be top of the list, because not only have you kind of talked about stuff you've been through, but you've also healed people.
I don't know how I did it.
She just had this, like, in this interview with this sycophant, whoever she is, on the Today Show, that was like, you're the awesomest woman in the world, Oprah. Oprah was like, yes, bitch, nailed it. Got Lady Gaga on there, covered that, covered the other guy, covered I covered all the bases, honey. What do you think about me now? Yes, bitch, that was me, Oprah. However, Oprah herself has never seen a therapist, and she said that.
Have you had therapy? Do you feel like you ever wanted or needed it?
No. You know who was my therapist? Gail King.
And she mentions that her best friend, poor Gail King, has been the one that she would offload her feelings onto. Kind of made me feel a little bit like, do we all do that with best friends? If you're going to talk about mental health and therapy and how long and how many years you've been in therapy, other people have been, like, I feel like you should have at least been in therapy for a little bit of time so that you can gel with them a little bit with that. But no, she's never been in therapy. She just, she just powered through. She just powered through it. The most important thing about this Today Show interview is that she talked about the fact that Harry and Meghan are the most in-sync couple that she's ever come across. I mean, Stedman must be like, literally. But anyhow, NSYNC is a boy band, and they're powered by a machine, and that machine makes them appear, well, first of all, they have to rehearse a lot, they have to practice a lot to appear to be that together. And they also fight and leave the band and go off on their own when they can't do it anymore. So I don't know, I just felt like NSYNC, I'm like, when I think NSYNC, I think Justin Timberlake or whatever. The most NSYNC couple, I don't know, that's just me, like, my mind working. But the whole point is that they definitely rehearse a lot of these questions. I know they rehearsed the part about the Bishop of Canterbury because he even said, it was just the three of us, and that's a complete lie. Okay, I know they have deals to close and they have content to produce, but to be honest with you, not everybody's made for that job. Imagine, for example, if my grandmother had a YouTube channel. Like, she is one of those people that reach everybody. Not everybody's made that way. I'm very fortunate to even have been to know somebody like that and to be related to somebody like that. I feel very fortunate. But not everybody's made like that. Just because his name is Prince Harry does not mean that he should be doing the job of mentoring people. I just want you all to see my outfit. He's not in that. He doesn't strike me as a person that was made for that job. And even when you look at the footage of him and Prince William, it's two different animals. So it's okay if you're not made for that job, but just don't try to trick the public. Don't try to make money off of us. We would like somebody else to make us happier in life. We would really like that. But it's not you, honey. It's not you. There are people who can do things and they can capture audiences, like this guy. This is this guy who just stares at people and they are healed by his presence and his stare.
I think he's the most important person in the world today.
For more than 15 years, hundreds of thousands of people across Europe have experienced the healing gaze of Brazzo.
I actually try not to look at him because I'm afraid that like he might voodoo me, like if I look at him. So yeah, maybe avert your eyes when you look. But yeah, there are people all over the world gathering crowds and relating to people and helping people, and I just don't think that Harry is doing it right now with Oprah. He's not, and he can't. Let us look at this big stir and confusion that William caused by showing his arm. He showed his arm to get his vaccine, something we haven't seen from Harry. I think I mentioned or didn't mention, I don't know, because sometimes I talk to you guys in the comments and sometimes I talk to you guys here. But yeah, I can understand that Meghan cannot get vaccinated because my friend told me here, hi Sarah, my friend told me that in the UK they're not vaccinating pregnant women. So, but Harry, where is your vaccine, honey? Where is your certificate? Where is it? Because we want to see that, because if you're doing Vax Live, like I at least want to see that you were vaccinated. Anyway, William beat you to the punch, as with the YouTube channel. So he bared his arm and apparently people were like, oh my god, he's ripped, he is fat, and like women all over England were swooning over him. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and please like, subscribe, please share it if you can on your different social medias, and stay tuned because there will be more from this. This is a series, so there'll be more of this that I can react to and comment on. So lots of love to you. Thank you for watching. Bye.